About a husband and wife, both 53, who died Friday while scuba diving in Lake Michigan.
The sheriff's office says Susan Wynn died upon returning to the surface, while James Wynn's body still has not been found. Madeline Anderson has a reaction now from the local diving community about the tragedy.
Fellow divers say this couple was incredibly experienced underwater. They had gone out on numerous dives here in Lake Michigan and all around the world. That's why news of their death is especially shocking. James and Susan Wynn were looking at shipwrecks at the bottom of Lake Michigan Friday when something went horribly wrong underwater.
Unfortunately, we may not ever know. I mean, that's a real possibility. What actually took place.
That morning, the husband and wife from Illinois had left on a chartered boat from Jerry Geyer's dock off South Water Street. While Geyer wasn't their captain, he briefly talked to the Wynns, who were excited ahead of the excursion.
As they unloaded in the morning with all their gear and the expectations, it was a calm day.
40 years ago, Geyer, an experienced diver himself, first discovered the shipwreck called the Doty that the Wynns were exploring. He says it's 300 feet below the surface, a dive that requires extensive training and thousands of dollars in special equipment. The Wynns' YouTube videos show they were well prepared for the challenge. Yet around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the Coast Guard says Susan was found unresponsive after coming up to the surface rapidly, which can lead to decompression sickness, also known as the bends. While her cause of death is still unknown, the condition can be fatal. James, meanwhile, was unaccounted for. Crews spent more than 20 hours over the next day searching nearly 240 square miles, using both boats and helicopters to try to locate him with no success.
It's pretty rare to have a dual accident, usually as a sole. But we dive as groups and we dive as partners or bigger groups, but to have two people not make it back to the surface is almost unheard of. It's a very sad story, a very sad incident, a very sad accident. It can happen at any point.
Even though the Coast Guard has indefinitely suspended its search for James Wynn, fellow divers say a volunteer organization is working to try to recover his body to bring closure to the family. Reporting along Lake Michigan, Madeline Anderson, Fox 6 News.